All right, boys. Week 7, Wilson time is here. Dirty Dog, Mayor. Man, Mayor, salute to you for knocking down a former 3-time champion.
Tall task, man.
God. Yeah, that was dude, what a Monday night, man. The Monday nights are killer. I know Queener keeps talking about it, but just watching your team try to crawl back into it, and especially when big plays are happening, like Rome catching that tutty there, getting called back, and then the next drive, DeAndre Swift going out there and getting a 55-yard tutty.
That was good.
Yeah.
I knew he had it in him. Just took a little bit of time.
Those Monday nights are brutal, though. Me, when I was trying to get my first win and just sitting on the edge of my seat till the very last second, it's painful.
And we had a lot of Monday night drama going on. I mean, Jesse almost pulled off an upset there. That came down to nitty-gritty with old Trone. And
Trone's lucky, dude, because that fumble at the end there with Jaden and Bill could have easily went to Bill, because that looked like a pretty shitty it could have went either way. Like, the handoff might have been bad, but also could have just been like he dropped it. So he's lucky they gave it to old Jaden Daniels on that.
Yeah, no doubt. And then the other one was, man, I thought Gobby was going to sneak up an old cranky pot there. Literally, it was about a point, less than a point that he needed down to the final drive.
Well, yeah, dude, he's lucky. Drake London got 1 catch in the second half. In the first half, he had it was like 7 catches or I can't remember what it was. It was like 7 catches or something like that for like 140 something yards. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, 9 catches for 147 yards and a touchdown. He only got 11 yards in the second half.
Yeah. What a crazy way to end the week. Dirty though, you got your second win, stacking.
That's why my name is fresh out of the pound. I got out of my cage. Nobody owns me anymore.
Yes, nobody owns you. Just a
free dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, let the dogs out.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be in the win column now, and we got a big one this week, but every person's got a chance in this league,
Yeah, you're playing against your over there, the reigning DBFFL champion.
It's true.
How do you feel about it? What's your initial thoughts?
After the trade we just did, I feel slightly better. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of stuff go my way, though. Here's actually how I feel. My team is deeply due for some touchdown scoring, and I think it might come this week and snag me a win. So,
well, Rome definitely likes to score tutties, so and so does Jordan Mason. Yeah, except for last week when I needed him most, but that's okay.
But Judd, you need Judd to go off there. It is.
Yeah. Oh, Juddy.
Yeah, and outside of, I mean, any major injuries you guys can remember from the week? I know my boy Buka getting taught. Dude, wide receivers for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are just plagued right now. It's crazy how many injuries they have. I guess Chris Godwin is a little more serious than they were originally thinking. He's already ruled out for the game.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they'll teach you cleaner.
Puka Nacua get injured. So Fred Warner for the Niners defense.
The Niners are done, dude. Whatever witchcraft McCaffrey's done there, it's insane. I just can't. You can't write this any better. Like, every week they lose a player that's like substantially big for the team. Every single week.
Yeah, seriously. It makes you wonder if they're gonna. I mean, they're winning some games, so maybe not a full shutdown.
It's coming.
But I don't know, man. You get a little further into the season here, and if they start stringing together some losses, could be shutting down a lot of those guys out there.
CMC is only on pace for 497 touches this year, so
insane. Yeah, just insane. Well, let's take a look here. New standings. Red. Yeah, that's tough to see.
Right where I belong.
Yeah,
Man,
what
I
a
just think you guys were the Pooh Boys.
Yeah,
I think I was saying that last year too, but I really want to bring it back.
there's
No.
plenty of Pooh Boys that literally deserve that name more than anybody, and a couple of them are sitting down at the bottom right now.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
Just can never wash away the Pooh Boy stain. I hate it.
It's such a good name, and you guys were so upset by it. We need to bring it back.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite. But yeah, looking at the standings, I mean, just kind of like we were talking about before, it's just a cluster in there. I mean, even at the beginning, I felt like we were starting to see a little bit more of a separation happening between like 4 teams compared to the rest, and now with injuries happening, well, yeah, here we are. Nuts still at 5-1. Okay, but dude's struggling with the running back right now. And then, yeah, Mayor, you're up there. You don't really have any major injuries, huh?
Oh, just Jaden Reed, baby.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he started out the season.
But at least, yeah, so Jaden doesn't have any big injuries. I mean, outside, I guess Kamara is kind of banged up. A little strange situation he's got going on there. Cal obviously had the Puka Nakua happen.
That's just the Puka special, bro. Like, I've talked about it a long time. Nut brought it up this weekend. It's just he does that little Puka thing every single game, dude. He gets banged up, and he just usually comes back in. Like even this week, I think he even tried to come back, and then he was just like, "No, I can't fucking do it."
Yeah,
he had quite a few snaps after getting hurt.
Yeah, I just don't get it how he's just always injured yet always playing.
No, true. Well, and we'll talk about his trade that he did to try to remedy that situation here in a sec. Tron still got Mike Evans out. B. John's dealing with Lamar Jackson. Maybe Kittle's back this week. We'll see. But Nick's got Brock Bowers. Dude, what's up with Brock Bowers, Diz? Anything in the Raider Reddit subforums there?
No, in true Raider fashion, they should have just rested him the first week after week 1 when he got hurt, and then they played him 2 weeks in a row after that, and he like aggravated his injury. And basically, if they kept playing him, he would like seriously hurt himself. So they had to take him out last week. I don't think he has to be out this week, but I think he will be.
Well, because they have the bye coming up, right? So
yeah, they'll probably just leave him over, but we could definitely use him against KC.
Yeah, well, you got Boogeyman there.
I don't think this is the year it is. I think KC has your number this year.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There's a lot of years where we split with them, so.
Gino's so bad, dude. So bad.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty shocking how bad he's been. But I mean, if you could figure out for one game, that'd be cool. For this one,
come out of his hole for a game and then go right back in.
Yeah, for real. The officiating crew that's going to be running this game on Sunday is the officiating crew where the Raiders won on Christmas 2 years ago and in 2020. They're 2-0 when this crew is going, so we got good odds.
Yeah, they don't kiss Mahomes. No,
exactly.
No smooches for him.
Yeah.
No smooches. But yeah, no, so just kind of rounded out. I mean, I was looking at COD's team. He doesn't have any injuries. He's just piling up the trash. That's very usual.
To be honest, Nick's is quite a bit more substantial than that. Trey Benson, Aaron Jones, Pearsall's still out too. He's not practicing this week. Freaking Joe Mixon, man. Get that fucker off your squad, bud.
Still believing. And then, yeah, I guess like Jesse, he has Kincaid that's banged up right now, but Kyler Murray's, I guess, the biggest one for him. Trike, I'm trying to remember who's even on Trike's team right now. He's switching it up. Tyler Bass is still on IR.
Yeah.
But then, well, and I guess he had the injuries before. They're just leaked over. And then Gabi, I don't know, man. Gobby's just chilling. Drake London's been banged up, but the dude's fully back. So it's just yeah, it's a real tight hole out here. I feel like the playoffs are going to be just a crazy little whirlwind. But once we get to that point, sure.
Yeah, this is the year of the depth, man. Like, I think, not touch base on it, but it's pretty rough out there. Yeah, there's been a shit ton of injuries, especially, yeah, like you were just saying with the wide receivers too, where I just feel like it's next man up, and if you don't have a next man, you might be starting Wandale.
Hey, Wandale's a sleeper, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Wandale out there, Jackson Dart actually is a competent quarterback. I mean, dude, going up against that secondary for the Eagles should have been a tough matchup. Wandale looked like a superstar. So, with that said, they're also trying to trade for a wide receiver. So, whatever. But
with
forget about it.
The standings being so close and the records being so close, and basically everyone is in this race right now. It's pretty cool for a team that, like myself, that was winless a couple weeks ago, losing hope. It's nice to see that, like, you can crawl back in and have a little competition.
See, this is why you don't stop believing.
Keep believing, never forget.
Yeah, you just got to keep believing. Gobby, you hear that out there?
I honestly think though this league's like a loaded baked potato right now up top. You got the sour cream, you got the onions, you got the cheddar cheese, the bacon, all that good stuff right at the top of the league. I think that tier up there is just a little bit above everybody else right now.
Yeah, well,
that's fair. You just got to make the playoffs, baby.
And the reason why I say this is because we're seeing some piss poor numbers recently. There's a lot of teams out there scored a lot of low points. Like, we always have that year, right? And we always have that team, the CODs of the world, where we're putting up like 60-point games, 50-point games, but we're getting like multiple teams weekly that are putting up these very low numbers. It's been fairly consistent so far.
Yeah, we had 2 teams last week go under 50 points, right?
No, I think one was at 50 and the other one's, Trike was 49, but then you had freaking old Nick just pulling it out, getting 53.
Yeah, dang, that would have been a nice stat to trot around and 2 people going under 50.
Well, I guess to put it in perspective too, I was thinking that our lowest scores ever were a little higher, but I mean, Gare had the lowest score back in 2017, 28 points. That's pretty freaking bad. The year of the crap bag, man. The year of the crap bag.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about some trades. So we didn't give this one due justice to Nut and Trike, a player for player trade. Namaste, much respect to that. The Sam Laporta being sent over to Nut. Trike got Travis Kelce and Malik Washington. So far,
that just even confused me even more. Why did Trike trade for Xavier Worthy when he has Travis Kelce?
Well, Patrick Mahomes, baby.
Like what? I didn't even put that together. I forgot that they did this trade, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that Trike situation now. He's got 2 pass catchers on the Chiefs, and Rashee Rice is coming back. So,
yeah. Well, one thing I'll say about Trike, that man is wheeling and dealing. He's never off his tricycle. So maybe he's got some more trades to come. I like the trade. At the time that it went down, of course, player for player, always going to give us some respect there for sure. And Sam Laporta has actually been doing some stuff for Nut, while Travis Kelce, I mean, he's doing his thing too, but.
Well, yeah, I think at the time, at the time, like, old Sam Laporta, good football player, he was not playing very good football, but I don't know, dude. Like, I trust Sam Laporta in that offense with, Jared Goff a lot more than I trust Travis Kelce. He's just so old, man. He's so slow. He's going to be touchdown dependent, where I think Laporta can play just a little bit larger of a role in the offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually thinking, as I'm looking at this, why would Nutt send Travis Kelce away for Sam Laporta? Because, yeah, Travis Kelce's touchdown dependent, but if he's touchdown dependent and he gets touchdowns every week, then why does it matter? He's scoring touchdowns. So I
I
don't
think
know.
it's because you have a
Strike, I like that.
you have like a cap though. Like yes, like cool, get a touchdown, but get like like let's look at it real quick. I just want to let's take a look at it. Travis Kelce's most receiving yards in a game this year is 78. I think Laporta definitely has topped that out. And then now, if we look at it too, Laporta has what just as many touchdowns as Kelce has now as well. So I just think like Kelce just has like a lower ceiling, and I think Laporta's floor is a little bit higher too. That's all I have to say because the Kelsey thing is you can see like they want to get him involved, but he's not breaking off these like 30, 50-yard catches like he used to in the past. Like he gets like these little dink off, gets tackled, gets a little bit of yardage, but it's never these big breakaway ones.
Yeah, I think the big thing was depth for Trike, and if I remember correctly, this is right after Tyreek blew out his knee. So it's like, yeah, we knew Waddle was going to be the number one guy, but there's a lot of people also talking about Malik Washington over there too, just like as a deep sweeper ad in this league. Shit, guy like that could be playing for one of our squads with all these injuries and buys. So I don't know. I did like looking at it. It's like, I mean, Sam Laporta's put up. What's he had? He had 15.2 the day that he got traded, and he had 11.5 last week. So, yeah, obviously that's looking pretty juicy for Nutt. Kelce had like 19.9 points in total between the 2 weeks. So it's less. I didn't look at Malik Washington, but I know he scored one touchdown in there somewhere. It's a fine trade.
I think it's like a buy low, buy low. Like Kelce was coming off a few shitty weeks. Laporta came off a bunch of shitty weeks. So yeah, like obviously it just came down to like who you think is going to be more productive towards the end of the year and which offense you want to be on.
But it was a player for players, so we always give props to that here on Wilson Time. The next one here, talk about.
Not to mention Travis Kelce's tight end schedule is fucking dog shit, but.
So this one here, we had Trike sending away Cortland Sutton, Javonte Williams to B. Johns, and he received Breece Hall, Xavier Worthy, and 23 draft dollars. Thoughts on this?
I'm kind of surprised that Mike would send away Javonte because he's been his hero recently. But I understand getting the cash, and yeah, that's what I'd leave it at.
I'm kind of confused though.
Go ahead, Red.
Did the Nutbot just kind of fuck up on this because B. John sent money to Trike, right? And like I'm looking at this, and Trike only has $183 right now. Like I don't remember Trike spending money.
I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, because I feel like wouldn't that because now B. John's is at 211 it says, so I'm like,
yeah, because B. John should be lower than that because he didn't have that much money.
I don't even know anymore.
I'm pretty sure Trike only bought Pookie.
Right.
If I remember right.
Didn't he buy? Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Nut.
I don't know. When I was looking at it, I was like, okay, maybe the Brandon one's like correct, like, but I don't think the Trike one is because I'm like, how the hell does he have $183 when he just made more money back than he spent? I thought.
Yeah, Nut probably put it in his own pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so the way I see this trade is, I like it for Trike because like he's not downgrading his running back significantly. Like I'd still take Pookie, but it's like if you can get that guy is probably on the lower end of the tier that would have Pookie in. And then Xavier Worthy, like, if it's going to be the pass catchers on the Chiefs there, I'm going to have Rashee Rice and then probably Xavier Worthy second. It's fine. But it's more so about the $23 coming back to Trike there. Like, you get that on top of not downgrading your running back significantly, get another wide receiver to kind of toss around. I mean, Trike's selling. So we're in the sewers, you get your Schmeckles. That's why we named the show that, because it's literally when you're down at that point, we've all been there. It's like when you start selling, you try to get as much value, for your players that you can sell. And I don't know, I know personally with the trade that they did here, I think Trike got a better deal than what I was going to be offering for that. So that's my take on it. Yeah.
I will say loading up on the Chiefs pass catchers is kind of tough. Like,
that is
pretty intensely. When we look at those trades back to back, I know they're a week ago or a week apart.
Yeah.
But man, when you put them right back to back, they look really bad.
Well, yeah, I kind of think to myself, like, okay, I honestly don't know. Would I rather have Breece Hall or Javonte Williams the rest of the season? I don't know. That's closer than you think, even though we all like Breece Hall better, like as a running back, right? But and then I look at this and maybe Trike, he obviously values Xavier Worthy more than most of us. I was in a trade conversation with Trike and he was really high on Xavier Worthy. But yeah, like we were just talking about, you have Travis Kelce there on your team, and then also Rashee Rice comes back the same week. This could be just a real, like, you're basically capping yourself out right now when it comes to it, because you're hoping one of them gets a touchdown, but that takes away the possibility of getting another touchdown on your team. So it's very interesting. There's certain players, right, you can do that with, like last year, like Jalen Hurts and Saquon or something. Like, who gives a fuck, right? But in this sense, when you're relying on two guys that aren't like top hogs on their team, it's really it's definitely a scary thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, it definitely caps you. So I get that part of it. And like Trike I think he's still wheeling and dealing, like I was saying. So it's like maybe he's got plans for one of those guys on the cheap.
Is he gonna flip Worthy? Like, I don't know if you can really flip Kelce. Like, tight ends, I think at this point we've really just kind of talked them into the ground at this. Like, unless you really, really value a tight end, which I don't really know if all of us necessarily do. Like, it's nice to have a good tight end, but like we've talked about, they score so few points for you. I don't know who's going to go out there and be like, I need to get some Travis Kelce right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just collect from it, though,
Yeah.
It's true.
Cash out.
So the other one.
Cash is king, and you got some cash. I'm just saying, cash is king. Got some cash. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to be buying. I don't know. Maybe he'll turn around and buy something. I just don't really know who's selling right now. That is, I would say, like, a lot of us are at the top. I don't know if any of us are really selling. And the one thing that always gets kind of like murky towards the start of the season is all those teams that are mushed in the middle. It's like you don't want to benefit the team that you're competing with directly right now, right? Like, I'm in the muck, you're in the muck. I don't want to sell you my players because we're in the muck together. I don't want you to get out of the muck and I'm stuck in the muck. You know what I'm saying? So I guess.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it would take, like a perfect pairing to be able to make it happen. Like, I don't necessarily think that it's like completely out of the realm of possibilities for it to happen. It's really got to make sense for both teams there. And if you are at the top, go ahead.
Yeah, I would just say, like, to that idea, not trading with a player because I don't want to benefit their team. That's only ever really a thought in my head if I'm, like, playing them soon. Like, my team plays their team, and I'm going to be trading them. Like, maybe I'm playing Calvin this week. I would never trade with him the week that we're fucking playing each other because then you can get burned. But in a general sense, like if I was playing someone in 3 weeks and we were making a trade and it's both like we both agree that it benefits our teams, like I don't think I would say no to it just because we play in a couple weeks.
Yeah, see, I'm on the
yeah.
I'm on the side of I'll trade you whenever. So, like the notion of
like straight for cash.
Huh?
Like, so you're saying like your guys' your guys' trade today, right? Like, Diz, in your position, would you just straight trade Genty for somebody for cash right now? Like, instead of getting players, would you just been like, yeah, somebody offers you $30, and you're like, oh fuck, that's a good amount of money. I'll just trade Genty right now.
No. Well, okay, go ahead. You can answer that, Diz. But that's not what I'm.
If the trades I had done at the beginning of the season weren't a thing, maybe. But no, not right now.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a position where I have a bunch of draft cash and not the players to make the trades happen. So I'm going around being like, I'd like to make a trade and buy this player. And everyone's like, get the fuck out of here, loser.
Yeah. I guess what I'm getting at more so is like the way it would make sense to me is like if they had a player that was, lesser value than the guy I have, but if I'm up at the top and I think I can, take the risk on this guy if I think he's actually going to turn into something, or like say it's an injured guy, then yeah, no, I mean, I would sell my guy, but I wouldn't do it just straight for cash.
Yeah. I guess that's what in my thought process with what Trike's doing right now. I'm just wondering, like, I think right now Worthy is a real low candidate for trades because of the Rashee Rice situation coming back right now, and then I guess just Breece Hall coming off such a dud of a game. I'm like, if you wanted to flip them, I feel like it'd be really hard to flip them unless you like just basically offer like a shit ton of cash.
Yeah, it's possible. Speaking of flipping around, though, let's talk about this trade here. So, Calvin sends old Shaheed and Kamani Vidal and $27 to Nick and receives Devontae Adams. So, obviously, the man's a little spooked about Nacua. What's your guys' thoughts?
I said in the chat as this trade went through that this was the definition of scared money. For Cal to instantly trade for Devontae the second that Puka is possibly ruled out for another game, it's kind of funny. But, I mean, Devontae's good, but I don't see a world where Calvin plays both of them at the same time. So,
yeah, I don't know what's – Cal's obviously stocking up. He's doing like a supply and demand type fucking situation where essentially wide receivers dropping like flies. So Cal's like, well, if I collect all these wide receivers and I get all these wide receivers on my team, somebody's bound to come and give me a wad of cash or trade me, or I can basically force them into giving me a third running back or a quarterback or something of that sort. Like, I'm sure he would probably be talking to B. Johns right now, trying to get a Lamar Jackson. He's not going to reach out to me because I'm not going to fall for his tricks. But like he's going to be going out trying to find something like that. So like, I get it. Puka is going to be injured this week, but there's no way you go out spend that much cash for a wide receiver on the same exact fucking team to not go and try to flip that somehow or try to sell off. He's not going to sell off Puka. Like the dude's like what, $8 next year as a keeper?
Yeah, I wouldn't sell Puka.
So like, and he's not going to. There's no way. I'm sorry. Like the Rams are cool and all, but we were just talking about. I don't think that you're going to be starting 2 Rams wide receivers on the same team every week. That just sounds really weird and not smart. And I know Calvin's smarter than that.
Well, it'll be interesting too because if he, for whatever reason, doesn't move off one of them, he's going to have to make the decision between Justin Jefferson, Rashee Rice, Puka, and Devontae. You can only start 3. So we'll see. My opinion was, I mean, the cash is obviously nice for Nick. I guess maybe this is also coming from a little biased point of view, but that whole, when the Pod League came out with its episode there and put our trade for Nick and I, which Nuttiest, you could say whatever you want that you cooked up. That was the best one you cooked up, and man, it was chef's kiss to it. I didn't necessarily feel that way. And so I got into a conversation with Nick about that. And his biggest hiccup, because I thought I was giving up too much if I were to do that trade. And his biggest hiccup was he needed wide receiver 1. And I'm like, well, dog, you just traded away your wide receiver 1 for Shaheed and fucking Vidal. So, like, if you cared about it that much, then why'd you do that? But for Cal, I'm with you, Red. I do think that he's going to try to trade, make a move off it down to his minimum cash. So either he's going to try to recoup some cash, or maybe like try to get, I don't know, like a QB somehow or another, possibly. But
yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, because like the dude's capped at his cash now, and with I'm with Nut. We could do the funniest thing right now and just, I get it. He has some good wide receivers on his team, but you can't start 4 wide receivers every week. So Cal has no money. If he gets an injury to one of his running backs, like, okay, cool. Who are you going to slide in, bud? Like, and also your quarterbacks are fucking dog shit. So like, we could just leave them. We could leave them stranded on an island with a bunch of these wide receivers and leave them with no cash next year.
I don't know. I do like that Jackson Dart a little bit, so I don't know if I go as far as saying dog shit. But
Jesus Christ, yeah, okay, he can run. I'm just saying, like, the way that he runs the ball. Like, what's our biggest fear with Lamar Jackson every year? He's gonna get injured, right? And fucking, you see Jackson Dart out there? The dude throws himself like a missile at everybody. It's like, dude, you're gonna die. Like,
true, he's probably learn how to avoid the contact.
Truth.
Was that the problem with Anthony Richardson? Was like he liked to run a lot, but he didn't like to slide, so he just get fucked up every game, and then they're like, it's not gonna work out, and then the dude was like injured forever now.
I thought he didn't know how to slide. Who knows?
He did, but he also just fractured his orbital bone too. So cool stuff.
Yeah, he's made out of paper or something, like with a resistance band, dude. Just hits him right in the eye, dude. Just breaks it. That's crazy.
Dill, we did a trade.
That we did right before the show. And yeah, pleasure doing business with you, Diz. Player for player trade. So there you go, league. Another one done.
Yeah, it's no longer propaganda. We speak true to it.
That's right. Practicing what we preach. Yeah, I think if I speak for both of us here, it was a scary trade. We both really liked our guys. More so for me with Odunze, but yeah, it felt pretty. We sat on this one for a while, so
we did.
It wasn't rushed.
Yeah, for sure. And most people in the league know that I shopped Genty for a little bit, and I kept coming back to this trade as being probably the one that was the most sound for my team. But
everybody should have known.
Yeah, I said in my message to the league that I was looking for wide receiver value because my wide receiver scoring has been dog shit. So yeah, that was the idea, to get Rome, and then Jordan Mason is pretty serviceable. So even with Aaron Jones coming back, I hope that he keeps a similar level of workload to keep me afloat.
Yeah, it was. In my opinion, like, I thought it was a pretty fair trade, and I was looking at, Cook. So before Nut was bringing all that up, like that, there was an idea around this, but with Genty, the only thing I can think of that the Raiders can do at this point is just run the rock with him a shit ton, and so I was like, if anything, I'm going to consolidate some players and try to get another hog running back to pair up with old JT. But it's going to be a wild ride since I just lost Ibuka, and now I'm going to be relying on old Tomcat and Wandale for the time being.
Hell yeah!
So
well, you're right. The Raiders' offense runs through Genty now because Gino is just a nuclear bomb in the backfield. So
outside of us, Rhett, you go ahead and talk about it. We don't even preach about our own trade here.
Well, you know what's funny is like, I think 3 of the trades that have went down, or 2 of the trades, I can't remember how many we've talked about. I think I've been involved in almost every single one of them where I had the possibility. Like I was in the thick of it. Like Trike and I were talking about that deal with Cortland Sutton and Javante for a while. Or I was just talking about Sutton at one point, or just talking about Javante. It was just like, and it, I guess B. Johns obviously threw out a better piece than I did, or offered more money, whatever it was. So, but this one also, Diz and I were talking about this for a while, and it really just kind of fell off the tracks real quick because it's funny. Last week I offered Diz, and this is becoming a good thing. I think this is a good thing. I need to offer my players to Diz, and he needs to reject them because they do really good after he does that. So I was offering him Swift plus DK last week for Genty, and you can't do it, dude. Like I can, you didn't even give me a response. I remember I was telling Dylan on the phone, I was like, "Tell that fucker to respond to me," and you literally told him.
I wasn't ready. I didn't say no to it, but I just wasn't ready to do it.
But yeah, so and then come to find out, obviously that been real teachy for you last week. You probably put up 100 points. But yeah, like I like this trade. Like Adunze is good. Like I played against him last week. Like he would have had a touchdown on that one play if it didn't get called back. Jordan Mason is like, basically he's like the power runner for Minnesota. And I think like Minnesota will figure it out after their bye week, hopefully, because they look like dog shit on offense. But their team's too good to not be, to figure it out. So I think that they're really good pieces because, Diz, you and I were talking about it, and I think these pieces, like one of these pieces is better than one of the pieces I was offering you. So I think that this is good. And the fact that there was no money involved, I like saying that because I've fallen into this dark side where I can't get anything fucking done without money, dude. Like it's almost, we talk about it, but it is almost impossible now. I don't know because one, we all have these trade analyzers too. Like if you want to say you don't look at a trade analyzer, everybody has their own trade analyzer, whether it's, whether it's one company or the other company. We're always doing that. And the problem is if you look at it and yours is your team in the power rankings is going down just a little bit or going up just a little bit, right? It's really hard for a team to look at their trade analyzer and be like, no, I need to get a little cash too, because if I'm dropping a little bit, I need to recoup it somehow. And somehow money makes more sense than getting another player. So it's great to see that there was no money involved. And this is something like, I bet if you put it in an analyzer, they'd probably be like, this is closer than you think. And it'd probably work out.
Yeah, my analyzer said I lost on this trade. So there you go.
You should ask for some money. But the number one rule is if you're ever trading the best player, you never send money as well. So Diz, good job for not sending any money.
Yeah, we never even talked about it. So
yeah,
well, that's cool. You guys must, I got Trike and B. Johns and the collusion couch. I got you guys living together up in Portland. Like I need to get somebody. Look, I need somebody down here.
This trade was too scary for the both of us to consider putting money in it because then it just skews the value both ways.
Yeah,
would have been fucking
exactly.
Up.
No, well said, Diz. Well said. Well, it was an active week again. I anticipate there to be a lot more trades happening, especially after probably every time Nut drops one of those trading episodes, it's like immediately just kicks everything into gear. So kudos to you, Nut, for getting everybody, just fired up. But at the same time, I felt like you were, like I said, you were coming from a genuine place, I thought, but there's still the question of a little nuttiness behind the scenes over there. I know you really got into Nick's head there because he was just all make too much sense.
He's the young Padawan, dude. You know, all the young Padawan being raised in the Jedi Temple don't know the ways of the dark side yet.
Dude.
Yeah,
so they start to learn, and they're impressionable.
Don't feed into the hate.
Wasn't it Cleaner that did that the first year he joined? It was like as soon as the trade special came out, he like immediately was like traded for the exact thing. It was like, dude, you can't like. I don't care what Nut says because
Throne the whole time.
Yeah, you can't take the bias out of it. Like you do play against us. There's no way you're gonna be like, I think these are really gonna be good because, dude, honestly, that one with I feel like Dylan, you and him were neck and neck in the power rankings. You and you know, and then Nut offers this talks about this trade, and I was like, dude, like Dylan has nobody after that. Like he has no depth, nothing. I was like, he's probably just thinking, if Dylan does this and gets a little injury, he'll be fucking down and out, you know.
Well, dude, and straight up, like I sat there for a little bit last night and I was pondering it. Nick and I were discussing things, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, do I just do it? But like that's the power of Nuttiest. You can get into your head that way. I will say though, like I was saying before, I do think that the trades that he was putting out there, at least that some of like they do make sense. I could see it making sense if I were to take my own bias into it. So, you know, I give Nut these like this props. The man can get people thinking about trades differently and seeing some teams differently. Whether I necessarily agree with all the trades that he always proposes, not so much, obviously, but at least it gets the juices going there. So there you go, Nut. Shine on.
Sure.
All right, let's talk about this week.
Let's
get you up there, Diz.
Yeah, where are we here? Oh, wow. I also realized right before we started this that I have to change my fucking team name and picture now because I no longer have Genty. So I did this to myself last year too. So, but that's because my team name was after Zamir.
That's why.
Tyrone Tracy's my fucking Zamir, dude.
Do you want to start here? Or?
Yeah, we'll start here.
On the list.
So, little recap too from last week, since we're actually keeping track now.
You missed like a bit, but
I went 5-1. Red, you went 4-2. Diz 3-3.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Not good. I really thought I was getting tricky by picking you to beat Red. Didn't pay off.
You should have known better, bud.
Yeah.
I'm on a hot streak.
You and me just argue about trades all the time, so I'm usually going to be picking against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You don't even disagree.
Don't know what to say to that.
I was thinking to myself, Disney's communication about football is literally just us arguing about trading with each other, and then the typical like shitting on somebody's team after on Sunday night, like it just being like this person's dog shit or fucking should have done this.
Sucks.
Yeah, good shit, boys. So yeah, we'll start here. Cousin on cousin action.
Hell yeah, baby. Now before you start making your pick here, let me give you a rundown.
Perfect.
Here's what I think is going to happen with the Eagles. Now, they are playing the Minnesota defense, which on paper is supposed to be good, but they have not been that great recently. And I think the Eagles are going to fucking figure it out. I can see Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith easily both getting like 20 apiece. So 2 touch for Slim. 2 touch for Slim, and then maybe a tush push for Jalen Hurts, and call it a game.
Jesus. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Fucking sloppy thirds.
Yeah, well, fuck Calvin. I'm picking you, Diz. Let's go.
Hell yeah, underdog.
That Rowan Dunze is going to teach for you this week, bud. That's a juicy matchup.
I hope so. You like my nickname for him? Caleb's first kiss?
No, but you go right ahead on it. I don't know how Rashee Rice is going to be just right out the gate, even though they're playing the Raiders.
Supposedly, like, dude, I don't know. I got in a fight on Reddit last night about these people like talking about like Rashee Rice, like he's coming, like the next coming to fucking Megatron or something, dude. Like they're like he's gonna be fucking just. He was killing it last year, and he's coming right back doing the same thing. Some guys talking about how he scored a touchdown in preseason. I was like, he had 2 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown in preseason, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like I don't think he's just gonna come back like and just be like this hog of a hog. I don't know. I don't know. He'll probably be good, but it's not like AP coming back from his knee injury. You know, like we knew AP was going to teach again. Rashee Rice, we only saw like 4 weeks of him to teaching. That was it. So yeah, I don't know about the Rice thing.
He hasn't learned enough.
I think that these matchups for Calvin on his team look better than they actually are going to be. So, or actually worse than they're going to be. So. I'm going to take Diz on this one, too, because fuck Cal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Cowboys fans.
The reason why I say that, dude, is Atlanta defense hits McCaffrey. It's a good defense. Scatabo, dude, I'll never root for that guy in my life. He's a dunner. Like, he's played like 4 games, and he's already exiled from ever being drafted on my team ever. So I just hate that man. But Jacksonville's defense has actually been really good, and Justin Jefferson going against a good Eagles secondary. I know that they got torched against the Giants, but that game was fucking weird, and there was no Jalen Carter. So I just think that these matchups aren't as good as what we're thinking they're going to be.
Fuck yeah, good picks, boys.
Perfect. Well, there you go. Get talk, Calvin.
Yeah, so I can't choose Calvin 2 weeks in a row. That's stupid.
Yeah, bad move.
That's a dummy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one for us here. Oh, strike.
Whole machine versus the J-Dan.
The whole machine keeps going.
Dude. Drake's team, man.
I mean, yeah. It is what we thought it is.
He's crap bag this year. Like this has all the writings of crap bag on it.
Oh man, look at this stack. AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Travis Kelce. My goodness. You got Christian Kirk in there too. Good God.
I would definitely switch up the defense from Cowboys D against Washington, right?
Yeah, they put up a 0 last week for you.
That is not going to be good.
The defense is only projected to 5 points. That's wild. Also,
this is going to be tough. Yeah, it's obviously Jaden for me. I don't see a world in where Trike scores more than 70 points this week. Like I guess the world is like out in another universe that we haven't discovered yet, but like there's no world around us that we know of that Trike scores more than 75 points this week.
I think Trike is just gearing up to fend off the Muk Lord.
I just don't know what you do, dude. Like,
keep trading.
Keep spinning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going Jaden too. Like, pretty odd. Jaden's Mr. Consistent too. The dude just keeps putting up over 100 points.
And Jaden's trying to win too. He was making me some serious offers for Genty, so he's here to win.
There you go. You taking Jaden there, Diz?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I honestly don't think I would have taken that trade that you were saying about earlier, Diz, over Dylan's.
Nah.
No.
It wasn't good enough. But it was a serious offer. Those are main guys.
Yeah, it wasn't no snooze fest.
Yeah, exactly. No. Serious offers get deals done.
I was looking at the plate that he was serving.
All right, so Darth Nut, dude, 5-1.
Another Muk fighter.
Yeah, another guy fending off that sewer. Well, what's going on with Nuts matchup here? Does he have somebody on bye?
Yeah, Henry King. And Garrett Wilson's out. Bucky's still out.
Jesus Cristo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Here you go, Nut. You back in the mud.
Yeah. It's been a while since Nut's been splashing around the mud down there.
Start that Tez Johnson again. Fuck, dude. What a dart throw. You're a fucking lucky duck, Nut. Like, somebody cracked you open last week because that was ridiculous.
No.
Did you see that video of him? Like, after he scored his touchdown, he was talking about it, how they're chanting MVP. And he went to Sterling Shepard on the sideline. He's like, dude, were they chanting MVP? And he's like, I haven't done anything all year. and Sterling Shepard was like, dude, they're chanting it for Baker. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, yeah, I haven't done a single thing all year.
That's sick. Hell yeah for Baker, dude. Baker is the MVP. Let's go. God, this one I feel like it'd be closer than we think.
I don't think so.
Definitely picking Nut.
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you?
I just don't want to pick Nut at all costs.
You telling me Vidal, Carter, Shaheed, Atwell, Mayer, a questionable freaking
Go Raiders!
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, gosh.
Hey, Michael Mayer might catch a touchdown.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, Nut's real banged up there, boys. I like that power stroke out there. That's nice.
Who's power stroke?
Jerome Ford. That's what Calvin nicknamed him. It's just been stuck in my head forever.
That's stupid.
American made. Yeah, we all picked Nut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that like, would that be 4 games in a row for
Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
The slide.
Well, that's what I was talking about, dude. He scored 3 straight games, 100 points, and then that's why the first few weeks, man, you just can't start trading and doing shit off of it because it's a fucking finicky bitch.
Take it from me, dude. You sell your main pieces right away.
It's a finicky bitch, man, because
all in 4.
Well, now it seems to be working out pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. Next matchup is we have the whole showers and the whole men.
Jesse doesn't have a defense yet.
I still want to read that as whole showers. Kind of like that more. Switch that back. Cleaner.
Follow instruction.
It's just the fucking make a picture of the day.
Is CD supposed to be back this week?
And he's practicing in limited fashion right now.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't been there. He's not playing. There's no way. That motherfucker's his ankle's been fucked up, dude. Like
that dude was dancing on the sidelines second week after he broke it.
Yeah, he's too fucking pretty to be out there with a bum ankle though.
Pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleaner. If CD plays, and man, that Rico Suave. I can't believe the Cowboys didn't re-sign that man. I mean,
well, dude, okay. Let's just pump the brakes on this guy. Like, I understand he's doing some crazy shit the last couple of weeks, but we didn't see him last year when we were like, holy fuck, dude, like this guy's fucking good. Like, he had a whole year to prove himself as like this teacher. He wasn't doing this on the Cowboys.
Yeah, but our offensive line was dog water last year.
Rico wasn't too bad last year.
He wasn't.
This is last year right here.
Yeah, he finishes number 23.
Yeah.
He had like two touchdowns. I think he had 2 touchdowns the whole year. I think that was the biggest problem was like he was a shitty back in the fucking red zone.
Yeah, we also didn't have freaking Dak Prescott, bud.
Well, even more reason to rely on your run game.
Well, ask the Bengals about that.
I'm just saying, fucking Rico Dowdle is gonna split time with Chuba. Chuba is too good not to fucking play. So
yeah, it will be interesting to see how that goes.
It's gonna be a conundrum.
That situation for Cleaner in the sense that Chuba comes back. I mean, they paid that man, so it's not like they're going to sit him.
Yeah, and it's not like he's ass. Like he didn't like lose his job because he was dog shit. It's like he got injured.
But I'm taking Alec in this one. I think it's going to be closer than we think. Blockhead or not blockhead, knuckle dragger there. Josh Jacobs. He's got a really good matchup.
He was trying to take snaps away from Swift this week, dude. Fuck him.
It took more. Who you guys got on this one?
Even though Alec betrayed me, I'm gonna pick him.
Yeah, for right now, I'm going with Alec.
And Alec, no, I will never forget that.
That Bryce Young, man. That looks tough too.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he almost won me a championship last year.
Good old Kyler Murray, dude. Just teaching everybody's team every year. When are we going to learn, League? Just don't draft that dude. Let him sit on the waivers. He deserves to rot.
But, dude, he can rush.
Oh, look at this matchup.
Yeah, so we got Willie versus B. Johns here. Almost the exact same point projection.
That Igbuka being out's really going to teach you.
Yes, it will.
I like how you you just pick up that Gatson, put him straight on and started line.
I was waiting on likely stats forever, dude. They ain't doing shit out there. And now that he's on bye, and both Hawkinson and freaking Theo got tough matchups.
Yeah, like,
fuck the tight end, dude. I don't give a shit about tight ends.
You got 3 fucking tight ends on the squad, dude. You could literally drop Jaden Blue and just pick up Likely again, but just have a whole bench.
I like being on the carousel. I do it every year.
Yeah. When will you ever learn?
Man, I'm probably picking you, Willie. I just looked it over.
Probably are.
I guess I will. I'll pick you.
Like, dude, that George Kittle is like a real toss-up if he's even going to play. So it's really hard for me to look at this and be like, because if I see it, well, I also enjoy this little matchup of old Backwoods versus Chubby.
Yeah.
Like you guys got both Texans running backs in your flex. I'm really excited about this.
You see, I changed his name is Dogwood now.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, nice. Shit, dude. Yeah, this one's tougher than I'm going with Dill on this one. I think Baker dude, that Lions secondary, I had their defense, and their secondary is so depleted. I bet he tosses, and Brian Branch is out this week too, a suspension. I bet he throws fucking 4 tutties this week, like easily. Because it's going to be a fucking shootout.
Oh, yeah, brother.
That Bears defense could get quite a few points playing the Saints too, so yeah.
Tyler Buer, baby. I just love that. Old Bear.
Yeah, that's a deep cut for you guys there.
Yeah, we should all be rooting for him just because Bear's on the team.
Yeah, bring on Bear.
Okay, I'll here.
Go over his house and tell him to take a GB for you.
Oh, we have Captain Swine versus the Sacco. This is the matchup we all wanted to see.
That's a dirty matchup there.
Yes, it is. Man, I didn't even pick Dirty's dirtiest matchup of the week last week.
Well, there's no more diner. It's shut down.
I know. But I'm still dirty, you know.
Dude, every time I look at Gavi's team, I'm like, should be good. And
that's what I'm looking at Trone's team too, dude. Like, if I look at Trone's team and he throws that Mike Evans in there, I'm like, that's a pretty solid fucking looking squad. But I don't. It just never comes to fruition like it should.
I'm picking Sacco, Trone. Yeah, honestly, Gavi's team looks stacked if they ever did everything right. That Pacheco finally looks like he's taken over some share time from Kareem Hunt. So
I'm picking Gobby. I like his matchups more.
Fuck.
And,
let's go Swine Lord, dude.
fact.
That A-Chan against fucking Cleveland's rush defense is just super good, and that Kenneth Walker, man, I just don't understand that. His ceiling's so capped with Charbonnet there in that offense. I just don't understand. So
Yeah, Tron's got some tough matchups, and if McCorn, old Scary Terry's actually healthy coming back this week, what a matchup he gets against the worst secondary in the league.
and if Kyler's out, dude, and what's his fucking name? Brissett's playing, because Brissett looked like the next coming of Joe Montana last week. Like, dude, he was targeting McBride like every time in there in the red zone. I'm like, that Dark Lord could fucking put on his fucking cape and become a warlock.
Feel that. Okay. So me and you read taking Gobby, gets a second dub of the year. Is ran with that cut.
yeah.
Hey, also this is a really good moment for Tron, and we should really applaud him for this. He is not the worst in the league with start sit average. I believe that would be Calvin.
Okay.
Ah, perfect.
Congratulations, Tron.
Wow. Calvin's getting a Sacco. It's good.
And our final matchup of the week.
Old Cranky.
Whole focus, get cranky.
Gonna be cranky or gonna stay curious?
Trying to put every saying from the draft house into his name.
He's too cranked
we
up.
We have so many nicknames for Dak Prescott that I can't believe COD comes up with his own. Dak off.
I don't know what I'm going to do with quarterback. I have Stafford in there right now, but I don't know if that's what I want. Especially with no Puka.
Oh, man. COD's team just...
Dude, they're fucking not doing Jake Ferguson any justice here. They got him projected at literally just, what, 6.5 points? This dude's been out here fucking teaching, buddy.
Red, I'm going to give you the nod.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Why would you say that, dude? I'm only averaging 25 more points a game.
Yeah, COD, I feel like tested his luck last week with the Swine Lord and escaped a narrow victory. So
almost got bit by a pig.
Yeah, yeah, almost became freaking slop food.
Yeah, swine flu. But dude, I've been talking to you about this, Dylan, and I know not touch base on it, but I've been really looking like this motherfucker really been paying his dues to the underworld, because the fantasy gods has this guy's back. Like his wins this year, he won with 75 points, he won with 92, and won with 86. Like his high this year is 92 points on the season. Like you tell me that a guy 3-3 in our league right now, where you have like 5 people averaging over 100 points a game, and you tell me that somebody that's 3-3 averaging like fucking 80 points a game or whatever he is, you gotta be telling me there's some fucking dark magic.
Yeah, you're done with all your blood sacrificial whatever things you're doing there, bud.
Yeah, you're really good. I myself practice the dark arts, and this week I'm putting a fucking hex on you.
Yeah, well, keep talking like that, you're gonna be hexing yourself. But that is it, boys. Going on to week 7 here. Like Nut said, I can't believe that it's halfway through the season right now. Just time flies when you're having fun or stressing out.
I'm tired.
Yeah. We're almost at that point.
I think I have a couple more gray hairs from my trade talks.
Yeah, by the time my fantasy career is over, I'll be completely bald, probably blind in one eye or something. But
Fucking, like
that's where we're
Pennywise, right? Fucking opposite directions.
I want to send a quick message to my cousin before we sign off here.
Teach
I
him.
know, Calvin, I know that you will probably brush off most of this conversation about our matchup and just say, oh, my team is so much better. There's no chance he could beat me. But you know in your heart of hearts that there's a legit world where I just pound you to death, and I'm coming.
We are in spooky season. Oh, and speaking of which, Halloween special coming up, boys. So look forward to that. Woo! We'll see what kind of creatures come out in the night. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the ramblings, boys. And yeah, good luck to everybody out there except for old B. Johns. It's time to fall, you little short man.
5-2, baby. 5-2.